Hey guys, Dr. Kahu here, welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be doing a continuation to the short story series that I created, and that is What If Deku Had a Super Copy Quirk, Part 13. Now as usual guys, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and because you guys have been hitting the like goal, and even if you guys haven't, you guys have been watching my videos, you guys have been great support, thank you guys. 100 likes is what I only ask guys, and on that guys, hope you guys are liking as well, but stay tuned for certain changes that are going to be happening in this new year, and I hope you all stay safe, okay guys. But yeah, I talked too much, let's get into this next part of the what if, and that is What If Deku Had a Super Copy Quirk, Part 13. So of course guys, let our story begin. Quick recap on what happened guys. Izuku pretty much whipped All Might in the test training area and whipped all the teachers like they were nothing. And what happened is he gave All Might the permission to be with his mother, even though he didn't need to, he just did it. And that Izuku saved Ida's brother and amped up All Might. Now All Might's back to 100%, and now he has shock absorption and hyper regeneration now. What goes down also is Izuku is fully dating Uraraka. He plays himself fully for her, and he's going to help them. And not only that, where I last left off, they're actually at the training camp. Izuku's training 1A, and after on day 3, 1B has come, and Izuku's like, great, I'm here to train you guys. I'm going to be your guys' worst nightmare. And from there, guys, let our story continue. Izuku, for the next hour, begins to push 1A, and then what happens is 1B comes, Izuku makes more shadow clones, or more ectoplasma clones. I'm just going to say shadow clones, okay? He makes more of them, and what goes down is he tells them all of them come with me, and he begins to train them all with their quirks, having the complete opposite. First training them with their quirks the first half of the day, so you're training them with the same quirk that they have, and then training them against the opposite of their quirks, the quirks that are their weaknesses, and puts them through certain scenarios to help them utilize the quirks. And Vlad King Aizawa, the Wawa Pussycats, they're sitting down having margaritas, they're relaxing. Aizawa's like, wake me up when it's night time. They all laugh and they all agree because Izuku's confident, but they're not stupid. They're not protecting the kids. What ends up going down was All Might stayed in the city with Inko. With All Might in the city, what ended up going down is back with all the villains. This is when All For One finds out that All Might has not only got a partner now, but it's also the copy hero's mother herself, Inko Midoria. And this makes All For One smile and goes, we have it. We have the weakness. We have the loophole. Thank you to that family. And spoiler alert guys, if you guys don't watch the manga and you guys don't know this, then don't watch my videos from here on, because I'm going to do manga spoiler territory right now, okay? And what happens is Aoyama's parents, on the end of All For One's line, they agreed with all the plans, stating that All Might lost to Izuku Midoriya, thanks to Aoyama telling his parents, because Aoyama is the spy, the UA traitor. Okay, he tells his parents that Izuku defeated All Might, gave All Might power, and All Might's a little bit more stronger apparently. And not only that, Izuku's mum and All Might are together. And so All For One knows this, and so without hesitating, All For One starts to make his plans. He makes his plans hard and fast, All For One sees the pattern, sees everything that's going to go down. He knows what's going to happen. He's already got Tomura Shigaraki being pushed to evolutionary perfection to make sure he's ready for Izuku Midoriya. Make sure he's ready for that quirk that Izuku has, because he saw if All Might can handle Izuku's quirks, All For One can, or Shigaraki. And so what goes down is All For One is smiling. He already has his plan ready. He's going to send a force to deal with the kids in the forest, and he's going to send a force to deal with All Might. He goes, alright, see my old friend, I need your partner. I need that kid's quirk, and the only way I know I can get it from him is through her. And All For One smiles, and so he tells them that they're going to attack in the next 2 days. And so what goes down is, back at the training fields, everyone is super exhausted, and as they go to make them food, Izuku already has food ready. And Momo and them were like, thank you so much. All of them were like so happy. Class 1 and 1A and 1B, they become close. They all start to know the tier of Izuku. Monoma becomes really good with Izuku. Izuku starts to teach him how to utilize his quirk properly. He tells him that you pretty much store the quirks within you. You just don't know how to pull them out. You haven't evolved to that point yet, Monoma. And Monoma's just happy, Izuku's just seeing him, and even Shinzo. Izuku helps him to the point because Shinzo's there too, okay? And everyone's just completely broken, okay? Everyone becomes much more stronger because Izuku's training them on their strengths and weaknesses. And what happens is, this is day 4 by now, and what happens is the villain's attack's going to happen the next day. But what goes down is, as Izuku sees Koda again, Koda goes off, and Izuku goes, again, another day he goes off. And what happens is, like, where you go? And he goes, I'm going to annoy Koda. I know he has a lot of pent-up emotion. I'm here to help him. And they're like, it's not a good idea. And Izuku goes, I know. But, I'm a hero. Heroes do this type of thing. Izuku appears by Koda on top of the mountain, and Koda's about to freak out, but he realizes that he really can't do nothing to the person that's stronger than All Might. He even knows that he can't even say Izuku's a stupid hero because he's top of the top, and he's a kid. And he just sits down, and Izuku goes, I'm not gonna lie to you. I know everything that happened to you. And he goes, what do you mean? You know nothing. Izuku goes, yeah, I actually do. I can read your mind. But my mind reading is completely different to your auntie's. Izuku walks over to her and he goes, thanks to my ability, I don't have to read your mind. I love your memory. I love your feeling. Izuku taps Koda on the head. And this is not good for you, this hatred, this anger. And he goes, your parents loved you, and they were the best heroes they can be. I remember them. They were awesome. Izuku rubs his head, and Koda begins to cry, and Izuku goes, it's alright. All this bad hatred and negative emotion you have, I will take it upon myself. And I'll train you, okay? Just note you're not alone. And if you ever feel like you're alone, just note that you look at me then. You don't have a big brother? Well, I'm your big brother now. Koda begins to cry and look at Izuku, and this is the day before the muscular fight, okay? And Koda rushes to Izuku and cries, you know, all that burden of hatred and anger disappeared because Izuku took it away. Izuku wiped his tears and he goes, come on, okay? And Izuku goes, but before we go, should I make this place a little bit better for you? And Koda's like, what do you mean? He goes, well, this is lovely. But I can make you a little hideaway, you know, like a little place where you can come, like games and stuff like that. Koda's like, you really will? Really? And Izuku, yeah, well, what's a big brother for, you know? And Koda's like, oh, Izuku stomps the ground, and as he stomps the ground, a weird stream of energy goes into the cave, and a door appears, and windows appear out of the wall, but they're like reinforced. And as Koda goes in, it's just this mean-ass area for a kid, you know? There's everything. Izuku stocked the fridge because he understands how drinks work. He's just got the power now to just create anything he really wants to, and it will work because Izuku is just that strong, you know? He doesn't even need Overhaul's Quirk to exert his abilities over a wide range because only to the fact that Izuku has telekinesis, and he can merge his creation with telekinesis to recreate things that he touches instead of just exerting it from his body. And Izuku just realized that he's been doing it for a while, and he doesn't know why he pulls things out of his body. It's just force of habit. And but anyway, Izuku makes Koda the coolest room ever, and he's like, thank you, Deku. Thank you so much. He goes, it's alright, come on. And you can call me Izuku. And Koda smiles, and Izuku goes, want to have a little fly, and goes, yeah, Deku. Izuku flies up, and they begin to fly around the sky. And everyone sees that, they're like, whoa. And Mandalay and all of them are like, oh, that kid. He really did get to a man. Izuku flies him around. And so when it comes to the next day, this is when Izuku goes, now today guys, we're going to not only be working on your super moves, but working on how to isolate your guys' powers to its strongest point at this present time. And so Izuku begins to press everyone even harder now. And by the time it comes to their test of courage, when it comes to 1B scaring them at nighttime, what happens is, everyone's too tired for that, but they do their best, you know. They actually enjoy themselves. The Wild Pussycat state that, nah, these kids actually did really well, especially if Deku tells them to relax. And so what goes down is Aizawa and them just have been enjoying themselves, you know. Aizawa's like, I got the coolest sleep ever. Flay King's like, I get paid great to just kick back and just enjoy this and watching Deku do this. But Deku don't care. It doesn't faze him that they're doing this because from his perspective, these guys have been doing great, you know, helping students. It's only fair. And because Izuku doesn't run out of energy and he has the mental capacity to do that, why not, you know? And so what happens is, as Izuku's helping everyone's smiling, Izuku senses something. And Aizawa goes, Deku, what's the matter? And he goes, there's something happening. Izuku stands up and he senses smoke coming closer because everyone wasn't spread out in the forest. The villains got to come a little bit closer, and thanks to Awful One using his abilities to mask their presence, what goes down is that they were pretty much right on top of them until Izuku saw the smoke come and he waved his hand, blowing the smoke away. When blue fire came, immediately Todoroki jumped into action and throwing his fire ice right at Darby's blue flames, completely stopping the fire in general. The fire couldn't even melt the ice because the ice was as hot as the fire. That's the thing that messed with it. And what happens is when he saw that, Todoroki jumped right through as if nothing happened to him. And then Todoroki immediately chucked his flame at what's it called, Darby. Darby throws his blue flame at him, but what happens? He doesn't realize that the flame that is hitting it is being turned to ice. And Darby's like, "What the hell? When did you become that strong?" And he didn't realize that Bakugo was already over top of him. He goes, "You idiots! You should have been looking up top." He goes, "AP multi-minigun cannon." And he shoots multi AP shots right at Darby, and Darby tries to jump in and dodge. By this time, Spinner and them all appear. Compress sees Bakugo, and what goes down is Todoroki removes the giant ice, heated ice around, removes it entirely and throws it, blocking everyone around, doing a perfect Suku around everyone, making sure that no one can come near it. Everyone within is not going to be burnt or frozen. But everyone outside, if they touch the ice, they're going to burn and be hurt really badly, and it's still sharp like ice, so they stay away. Darby's like, "What the hell happened to that kid?" And what happens is Todoroki goes, "We've been attacked by villains again. Midoria, what?" And Izuku goes, "Everyone, calm down, it's fine. Where's Koda?" And Izuku goes, "There he is." And he senses muscle and he goes, "That's what it is. Hey guys, just stay here." And he goes, Bakugo goes, "The hell with it, let us fight." And Izuku goes, looks at them. "Alright then, everyone, if that's the case, Aizawa Sensei, are you fine with it?" And they're like, "Yeah, sweet." And Izuku goes, "Well then, here. You guys go in 2 by 2, and if you guys can't handle it, I'll interfere." Izuku makes a clone for each 2 by 2 team, or 1A and 1B, and he merges them from different people from 1A to 1B, all of them merging their abilities together, and it works fine. Aizawa goes, "Wow, alright." And so pretty much a team of 3 where Izuku's actually the third wheel, but everyone goes out to fight the villains. Izuku appears right by Koda. And what goes down is Izuku's there. He goes, "You right, Koda?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm just playing my game. What's up?" And what happens? Koda sees Muscular right behind Izuku, and he goes, "Deku, watch out!" Izuku turns back. Muscular's hand is about to hit Deku, but instantly Izuku smiles. Muscular's arms don't turn they demuscularize, I guess. They go back to normal. And as he punches Izuku's face, he breaks his hand completely on Izuku's face. And what happens is Koda's like, "What the?" Izuku goes like, "Koda, don't come out, okay?" Izuku's like, "That's the guy." He goes, "I know he's the guy that killed your parents. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it, okay? I got him." Koda smiles. "Thanks, Deku." He goes to sit down and enjoy his game, not to worry about nothing at all. He gets to enjoy his life. Being a kid, playing games, enjoying all the stuff he has, you know? And then Izuku goes, "So you're muscular, huh? What a quirk. To be honest, this is quite interesting. Muscle growth. This is pretty cool, actually." He goes, "You don't realize how powerful you could become if you compress your muscles into a denser, more constructed way. Like super compressed muscular, you know?" They're like, "What?" And Izuku goes, "Like the adamantine muscular." And if you don't know what I mean, the adamantine, watch Ragnarok, Gods vs. Humans, that series. What's it called? Where Zeus goes to a super compressed muscle state. That's what he can do, and he can become really, really strong and nearly indestructible muscular if he actually knew how to do it. But Izuku's like, "I'm not gonna let you do that, but I'll show you what your Quirk can do." Alright? Izuku instantly makes himself grow muscles, and he compresses it to a point where it's super compressed and looks super, super, super dense. And his muscular looks at it, and Izuku goes, "This is what you could have become if you didn't do what you do and use your muscles to the extent that you do it." He goes, "Why make it extend like yours, when you can compress it and put more upon it and compress it and still have the speed, the stamina, and the absolute acceleration with it?" And he goes, "What do you mean?" Izuku instantly goes to a position and jumps right at Muscular, punching him so hard that Muscular pretty much blacks out from the one punch. Izuku hits him into the wall, doing the biggest crater, and then Izuku doesn't stop. He instantly drags Muscular up through the mountain and throws him across. And in doing so, Izuku immediately puts his hands together and he goes, "This is for Koda." He opens his eyes fully, and just like Aoyama's naval lasers, Izuku does a real powerful one, hitting Muscular, sending him rocketing across. Izuku purposely aimed him towards where Darby and Compressor. Koda goes, "Are you okay?" And Izuku goes, he leaves the clone there and he goes, "You're alright, I'll leave the clone here just in case." He goes, "Thanks, Deku. Do I need to worry?" And Izuku goes, "Nah, your auntie and them are fine. I told them not to worry. Even though they are pro heroes, of course, I told them I'm on the job, I'm a pro hero as well. And so, even though Aizawa hates it, yeah." And Koda's like, "Ah, I see. Don't worry, kid, I got you." And what happens when Izuku goes to rewatch everything, because he can see everyone's fights through his eyes, everyone gets taken down. Darby can't even take on Todoroki. He can't. He just really can't. He's really pissed off. He goes, "What the hell happened to you? What did that bastard do to you?" And he goes, "What bastard? You mean my father?" And he goes, "Yeah, your father, right?" And Izuku goes, "How interesting. You're Toya Todoroki. Darby stops and Todoroki stops. Like, what? Toya, no, my brother can't be. And he looks at him. He's like, can it? And what happens? Darby's like, how dare you to say that name? He's used a massive fire at Izuku. Izuku nullifies the fire immediately. Izuku puts his hand in the air and makes it rain massively. And everyone's like, what the? And what happens? He's like, this is not going to help. I can evaporate the... What the? Izuku's like, oh, I put Quirk cancelling... I put the ability to cancel your Quirk through the air. So everyone that I choose to cancel Quirk through the air is getting cancelled. Everyone that I know already, I can already sense they're not getting their Quirk cancelled even though the rain's hitting them. But everyone else that are making contact with the rain, their Quirk has been cancelled right now. And Darby's like, what the? And Izuku's like, whoa, you really are Toya Todoroki. He taps Toya's head and instantly reads all his mind. At first, Izuku sees all the evil that he's done, but he saw the life he grew up with. And he kind of stumbles back and he's like, and he's like, what did you do to me? And Izuku goes, I can't believe you went through that life. I now understand what happened to you, Todoroki, even clearer. But Endeavor's no longer that man. Toya. And they stop calling me that! I am not! Izuku goes, it's pointless trying to fight me. I would have stopped you from using your Quirk. Izuku goes down. But you shouldn't be looking like this. He's like, don't leave me! Izuku puts his hands on his chest and he heals all of Darby's injuries. Darby's like, but why? I'm a villain! He goes, you're a product of a failed system. That's what you are. You're a bad person that deserves to go through jail and all that stuff, but I want to change things when it comes to villains and heroes. I want to change society. It may not happen now, but in time, I will get my way in a good way. You have a useful Quirk, no matter what you think, and you even have the similar power to your little brother. You just need to learn how to utilize it. He's like, what? Just looking at Izuku, and as he looks down, his body's fully healed. All his skin's back to normal. He doesn't have those staples. His hair's gone back to white. And he's looking at Izuku. And Izuku goes, now it's time for you to go to sleep. Izuku instantly uses his ability to knock out Darby. And he takes out every single one of them. And what happens is Izuku congratulates every single one of everyone at 1A and 1B. He tells them how very proud he is as not only being a teacher to them but a friend. And he honestly, he's so happy with them. And what goes down is Izuku copies everyone's abilities, all the people from 1A, 1B, and all the supervillains that came. And Izuku's like, wow, this is really interesting. And what goes down is Izuku goes, if I just swap Todoroki's ability, his fire and ice resistance, and add it to Darby's and Endeavor's, actually, that would work. Izuku looks at himself, that's the easy way of doing it. Just swap and just mismatch certain things. Izuku thinks to himself, I know what I'm going to do if I can't get there. But then Izuku realizes All For One has a Quirk that can take Quirks. Can he also dominate Quirks? Maybe that's the Quirk I'm waiting for. Maybe that's a Quirk I need. All For One's Quirk. And so as Izuku leaves, what happens, Izuku gets a phone call. And Izuku gets a phone call, it's Inko, he's like, it's Deku! And Izuku's like, Mom, why did you call me? And Izuku goes, Mom, why did you call? Boom! Izuku immediately into a portal, and half the building's destroyed. The fire, the city's on the area where Deku's mother is on fire. Inko is injured, but Izuku heals her. He goes, "Where All Might? He's fighting that thing, and all these people." And as Izuku looks over, he sees All Might fighting Gigantomachia and all these super villains, and all these Nomus, and then All For One's there too. And Izuku's like, "What the hell? What's going on?" And Izuku goes, "It doesn't matter. Mom, stay here." He teleports his mom away to safety, and Izuku immediately opens a portal to all the heroes. What's it called? Endeavor, and them pass through, and they're like, "What's up, kid?" And they see it, and they're like, because they're already heading there already, getting the call. But when Izuku got the call a little bit later, because he was already dealing with the super villains there, Izuku's pissed off. He's really pissed off. He goes, "It's one thing to come after my class, one thing to come after my friends. All the teachers will get Midoria." And lightning appears around his entire body. The sky starts to crackle in the air. Earth starts to shake around him. Izuku goes, "But they come after my mum." A teardrop drops out of Izuku's eye, and it goes, "Oh man, you guys don't know who you just pissed off." All the teachers feel this massive bloodlust. They go across the city, and what happens is, as All Might's jumping away from Gigantomachia and dodging All For One's attacks and blocking all the attacks that are destroying the city, they feel it. They feel this wave of energy. And Izuku just goes there. He doesn't care no more. He instantly rushes. He appears by Gigantomachia. He turns massive like Mount Lady just to prove a point. And All Might's like, yes. All For One's like, Izuku, boom, Izuku punches Gigantomachia straight out the city, and he just punches them straight into the ocean, way away, knocking him out entirely. All for one sees this, Izuku instantly shrinks back down. He makes hundreds of tiny versions, or hundreds of versions of him. They go out, take out all the villains, and Izuku catches All Might. He goes, "You right, All Might?" And he goes, "Yeah, kid." And Izuku instantly copies All for One, and Izuku's like, "Huh?" And All for One, black lightning appears around Izuku's body. All for One's like, "How did you do that? I'm sure I mastered my quirk." And Izuku smiles. "I have it. I finally have it. The last piece of my quirk, the last piece of the puzzle." And Izuku smiles. He looks at All for One and he goes, "Thank you so much. I was right. It was your quirk. It was your quirk." Izuku is so excited, and All for One's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And Izuku goes, "All for One and One for All has merged within my body." All for One's just shocked. All your quirks, all those thousands of quirks that are within your body, I now have, All for One. All for One's scared. He starts to shake in fear. Shigaraki's not finished yet. And if Izuku gets there before Shigaraki is finished, he can't implement his plans. All for One goes, he goes, "I see you have to go all out." He tells the doctor, "Bring all of them. Every single high-end Nomu he has, every single military asset he has when it comes to villains, appear right in front of All for One, right next to him." And as Izuku stands there, what ends up going down is All Might jumps right by Izuku, Endeavor lands by Izuku, all the pro heroes land right around Deku, and as they're standing there, Izuku's looking and goes, "Hey Endeavor," and Izuku goes, Endeavor's like, "Yeah, I have that gift for you, and all the heroes that I told you a long time ago I promised you I had." Every single pro hero looked at Izuku, and they're like, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, this idiot don't realize that, but the age of all villains ends today." And as they all look at All for One, and Izuku smiles. This is what this what guys. I hope you guys like this. Like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, and yeah, I hope you guys like where this is going. I think a couple more episodes left, and the series is going to end. Okay, and it'll connect to other series in the future if you guys get what I mean. But yeah, as usual, guys, this is Dr. Kahu saying peace.